Friends, today we are going to deeply explain the 2024 movie Love Unlike in K-Dramas. This movie isn't just a romance, it's a reality check that shows how different K-drama love is from real-life love. Let's break it down scene by scene. The movie opens with Dhea celebrating her birthday. Her boyfriend, Bimo, hands her a large gift box. Watch Dhea's face closely. She looks anxious. We learn that Dhea actually hates surprises because her parents died in an accident, which was the worst surprise of her life. Bimo knows this, yet he reassures her. Inside the box are tickets to South Korea, but not just for Dhea. He has also bought tickets for her two best friends, Kikan and Tara. Bimo says, "I'm always sticking to you. This time, go live your dream life with your girls." This establishes Bimo as a selfless, secure partner. The trio arrives in Seoul. They dress up in traditional hanbok and have fun visiting filming locations. Kikan, she is a married mom of 3, but here she is acting wild to escape her responsibilities. Tara, she is the practical, cynical friend who judges men. Dhea, she is happy but feels incomplete. She keeps video calling Bimo, showing she still relies on him. One night, while eating at a street food stall, Dhea bumps into a stranger in the crowd. The man turns around and it is Julian, Jerome Kernia. Julian is Dhea's high school boyfriend who disappeared without a word, ghosting. Dhea is frozen. In a city of millions, meeting him feels like a K-drama script, but is it destiny or just a cruel joke of fate? The movie takes us into the past. Dhea and Julian bonded over their love for photography. Julian was poor and quiet, while Dhea was confident. In a touching scene, Julian couldn't afford a real ring, so he gave Dhea a candy ring, a ring made of candy wrapper or sweet. Then Julian stopped coming to school. Dhea searched for him everywhere, but he vanished. This lack of closure is why Dhea can't fully move on, even today.
Back in the present, Julian meets Dhea and her friends. Tara looks at him with suspicion, acting as the protective friend. Julian reveals the tragedy. His mother died, and her last wish was to be buried in Korea. His father abandoned him. He moved here to live with his aunt, Imo, and struggled with poverty. He confesses, "I felt too small for you back then." He left because of his insecurity, not because he stopped loving her. Dhaya's anger begins to melt into sympathy. Just as Dhea and Julian are reconnecting, Bimo suddenly arrives in Korea. He flew over to propose to her. Instead of being happy, Dhea is terrified. Remember scene 1? She hates surprises. Plus, her ex, Julian, is standing right there. Bimo notices Dhea is acting strange or cold. But instead of fighting, he steps back. He gives her space. This highlights the difference. Julian brings drama, Bimo brings patience. Dhaya's confusion angers her friends. Tara yells, "Are you crazy? You are ignoring a diamond like Bimo for a ghost like Julian." Kikan suddenly gets a call that her child had an accident back in Jakarta. She panics and cries, "I need to go home. Real life is more important than this fantasy." The fantasy bubble bursts. The friends leave or get angry, leaving Dhea isolated to make her choice. Dhea is alone with Julian. He takes her to a romantic spot, maybe where they put a lovelock. Julian kneels down. This time, he doesn't pull out a candy ring. He pulls out a real, expensive ring. He says, "Let's finish our unfinished story." Visually, this is the perfect K-drama ending. But look at Thea's face. She isn't smiling. She realizes that this grand gesture feels exhausting. She doesn't want the roller coaster anymore. Dhea refuses the ring. She effectively says, "I don't want more surprises. I want someone who brings me peace, not someone who turns my life into a movie." She realizes Julian was a beautiful memory of her youth, but Bimo is the partner for her adult life. She leaves Julian behind. Dhea rushes back to Bimo or decides to return to him. The movie doesn't end with a cheesy, slow-motion run. It ends with a mature realization. Dhea chooses stability over drama. The friends reunite. Dhea has learned the most important lesson. Love isn't like in K-dramas, and that is actually a good thing. Focus on the candy ring versus the real ring. Explain that the candy ring was sweet because it was innocent. The real ring from Julian felt heavy because it was forced. Remind your audience that Bimo's surprise, coming to Korea, actually backfired because Dhea hates surprises due to her trauma. This adds a psychological layer to the movie.